Zohran Mandani.
Yeah, so I don't know. On my side, I couldn't find much on it.
Okay. Well, he did win the Democratic mayoral primary against Kumo. Won it by a landslide, 12 plus points, something in that nature. Uh, Zohran Mamdani is a Muslim extremist. He has been known to speak out against America. Uh, a lot of the things that he's talking about doing in New York City, if elected mayor, now he's still got to beat the Republican candidate. He's talking about going complete communism or socialism. He's actually talking about making everything government housing, buying back the land piece by piece, and getting rid of luxury neighborhoods, putting in government shopping centers. Uh, he wants white people to pay higher taxes. There's all kinds of statements have been coming out. The latest I have found on it, because what has happened when he won that and started making these statements and promises, if elected, uh, several Republicans called to have him investigated and have his citizenship status revoked and to have him deported. I mean, pretty extreme call, but again, it brings us back to the deportation issue. Now, the latest on it, the response from President Donald Trump uh, on Wednesday, today, he vowed to save New York City from the mayoral hopeful Zohran Mamdani. He made the statement from his True Social account, blasting the Democratic Party's nominee for mayor and claiming that he has the power to step in and take action if he chooses. As President of the United States, I'm not going to let this communist lunatic destroy New York, Trump wrote. Rest assured, I hold all the levers and I have all the cards. I'll save New York City and make it hot and great again, just like I did with the good old USA. So
Well, there you go.
there you have it. This guy is refusing. He wants to abolish ICE, abolish police departments. Um, as we spoke, when we brought this subject up, I am having a hard time swallowing how a guy like this makes it into anything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm
Where
sure
did
that
it?
some of the information coming out is propaganda, but enough of it is truth that this is just such a farce.
Yeah, where did his financing come from?
Well, from what I've been able to discover, he's claiming that he hates the United States and he hates capitalism. But he was the son of a rich businessman that got rich in America uh, through capitalism. He is a trust fund baby. He's using family money for all of his campaigning. And so, for all of these things he's claiming he hates and wants to get rid of, they are what made him who he is today, if that
Wow.
is not
Um,
ironic.
Talk about biting the hand that feeds you. You know,
Exactly. But
unreal.
now that he's got all that, he doesn't want anybody else to have it apparently.
Yeah,
So
that's a king. That's a king's play.
exactly. So I wonder if the No More Kings protests are going to hit New York City about this guy. Uh, other
Oh,
articles that I've been able to find, um, and again, when you're digging through all this stuff, you're going to find some propaganda, you're going to find some misinformation. But I did see an article that appeared to come from a credible source stating that Mandami's grandmother came forward saying he is not a U.S. citizen. He hates America. He has hated America his entire life. Now, I don't know what his status is. Um, I know he's not a full-fledged citizen. I think he is under one of the birthright statutes or under some kind of a visa or some type of thing like that. What they're saying to investigate is that they need to look into his applications and see if he lied or left anything out about communist or terrorist associations prior to his paperwork being approved. It appears, with everything he's saying, that there probably are some links there, and maybe he didn't say it, and that would be the basis they would use to revoke citizenship, is that he lied on the application, and that he is a criminal and has terrorist ties.
Yeah, I can believe that he may have terrorist ties, and I don't understand, but where the thought pattern that he has comes from, and thinking that he can impose that on the American people. Like you said, you're appalled, and I'm appalled by those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't imagine we're alone in those feelings. I don't think that we're alone. But
Well,
hopefully,
there's been a lot of talk about citizens in New York, and the very real possibility that if it occurs, there'll be masses fleeing New York City to move into surrounding communities. They don't
oh
want to live
boy,
under that. So, I mean, there's the talk of that. But that would be a sad thing if the people have to leave because a leader was elected. And like you mentioned, most of the things that he is stating he's going to do would be violations of the Constitution. They would go against the laws of the federal laws and would not be allowed. And I'm sure if any of those things tried to be put into play, the government would step in.
yeah. Well, I guess Trump. Trump had said that basically. He's not going to allow any of that to happen. So
Right.
he has the power as president to do that.
Exactly.
So
So that's where we're at with the good old Zohran Mandani.
such a great guy, this Zoran.
Yeah, yeah.